Let me know if I'm live. Let me know if I'm live. Let me know if I am live.
Just says waiting for Alex
Still
Thomas.
waiting on me. All right.
I'm gonna do a post
Here
real
are
quick.
3 tips to create better content with your smartphone.
Turn that down.
All right. I think I'm live. Think I am live. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here with my best friend Jay Smooth, aka Smooth J Stew.
We live, baby.
And we are back with Nerd Talk.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna post a pic for the gram real quick. We live, baby.
We back with Nerd Talk. And we used to do this like the last show we did for Nerd Talk, technically for Nerd Talk, was technically when Lion King came out. Me and you sat down in my basement and did a live review. Basically, that was for Nerd Talk. We did that for Nerd Talk.
Yeah,
And that was the last time we did one of these type of shows. So
it's crazy.
I'm happy to be back with my guy. Happy to be back, So yeah. Basically the outline of the show, we're gonna talk about a few topics. We're gonna we got main topics as well, but we're gonna throw out some quick news as well that we want to give our thoughts on. Just a little quick news, and then we're gonna get into some physical media discussions. And then we also got some giveaways coming up later. So if you guys we got a live Q&A section. So if you want to ask questions, try ask them at the end. But if you guys want to ask questions throughout the show, I will be monitoring the chat as well. So if you guys want to do that, well, I do not mind that as well.
We encourage you to chat throughout the live with each other.
Yeah,
we will be going back and looking at the chat. Yeah, so please talk to each other.
Yeah, for sure. That's the point of the show. We're all nerds here. We all just want to go ahead and talk about things that we love, which is nerdy things. Yeah, so, Jay Smooth, what's going on, buddy?
Man, I'm excited to get this started. It's been a long time coming, man. We finally figured it out. What's new with me? I recently started my YouTube channel, and I've been doing stew reviews, reviewing all kinds of movies. Right now, I'm doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is a big task to take on, but I'm up for the challenge. I want to thank everybody for their support with me through these times, and I know it had been a long time since I was promoting it, but we finally got it started. It's finally underway.
Yes,
so
sir.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to keep going with it. So thank you everybody for your support. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, so I can keep this content coming for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out some people that is in the chat. We got Amy Thompson in the chat. Shout out to you. We got Matthew Forehand in the chat. Shout out to you as well. We got my boy Phil in the chat. Shout out to you, bro, for checking out the stream. We got Luke Ponto. He's always a regular on my channel. Shout out to you too, buddy. We got Jay Carter in the building. What's going on, buddy?
What's up?
We got Tony Movie Chappie in the chat. Shout out to you as well. He's always been a regular on my channel as well. Shout out to all you guys for checking out the stream. Hope you guys can stay with us and go ahead and, talk about these topics. But let's go ahead and get to the first thing we want to talk about is obviously some quick news stories of what's going on in the world of movies and nerd things. The first thing I want to talk about, which I just seen on Collider, is that they cast Christina Ricci. I can't even say her name, but they just cast her in Matrix 4 alongside Keanu Reeves. So give your thoughts on that. What do you think about that?
I'll be honest. I'm not terribly excited for Matrix 4. I thought it was concluded. And the characters' arcs, most of the characters' arcs came to an appropriate end. So I'm not really that excited for this movie, but I am a fan of the franchise, so I'm definitely gonna go see it day one.
Yeah.
But I like Christina Ricci as an actress. She does a lot of obscure roles.
Yeah.
She was Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family movie. She had this movie that came out a couple years ago called Penelope, which I heard was pretty good. She was in Cursed. So yeah, she does a lot of
known titles.
Yeah, she does a lot of roles like that.
I just picked up a movie she was in that was from the Dollar Tree with her and John Cusack. It's called like Distorted or something like that. I don't know if you heard of it, but I picked it up at the Dollar Tree like a couple weeks ago. Like I said, that's probably the last thing I've seen her in was probably shit. I don't know. It's obviously been a long time since I've seen her. So for her being cast, I feel the same way like you. I'm not that excited for this movie. Like I said, we are fans, so we're gonna go see it anyway. But when they announced Matrix 4, I was like, are you guys gonna really go back to this franchise because it has a name? And it's probably the right time because Keanu Reeves became John Wick and kind of like took over, you know, when it came to him being a megastar. So it makes sense for them to go back to do the Matrix. I mean, if Keanu Reeves is in it, if he's for it, as long as the script is okay, you know, if we go back to the roots of the first one, then I'm on board. So that's just my thoughts on the casting of as her in the Matrix. Another quick thing we want to talk about. I know this happened like a couple weeks or last week. Amazon purchasing the MGM library, or basically purchasing the MGM. What are your thoughts on that, Jay Smooth?
I'm calling it now. Expect a James Bond Amazon Prime series.
Yes, sir.
I do think that it was a good move. I'm not like terribly excited about it. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't even know what properties MGM has other than the James Bond movies. So it was a good move on Amazon Prime's part.
Yeah. It's weird because like MGM has partnered with Warner Brothers on a lot of titles, Because if you think about the Creed movies are MGM and Warner Brothers. The Hobbit movies are MGM and Warner Brothers. Also, New Line Cinema, which is obviously Warner Brothers. But when it comes to those titles, and Amazon already owns Lord of the Rings because they're doing a series on Amazon. So it's going to be weird because you got to think about HBO Max, because HBO Max is, you know, they have a lot of properties when it comes to Lord of the Rings and all those titles. I don't think they have the Creed movies on there, do they? They don't have Creed movies on HBO Max. I don't think.
I'm not sure.
But I know
the Creed movies were on Hulu for a while, but
yeah. But that's only my question about this whole thing. It's a decent move in my opinion. It just really gives them a lot of content for Amazon Prime as well. You know, they just basically stacks up their lineup, and I think that Amazon wants to get in the big leagues. Right. They want to be a part of the Warner Brothers and Paramount and that stuff. Now they got the money really to do it. Obviously, they spent like what? How many $1 million on MGM? They spent a lot of money on it, like like fucking shit. It's a billions of dollars.
It's a lot,
like billions of dollars for the MGM brand and their properties and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Like I just think Amazon wants to make the actual big budget movies that come into theaters instead of Amazon, you know, originals and stuff. They really want to put their stuff on the big screen, you know, just like these other
what I think
studios.
What I think is happening is that the hierarchy of streaming services is going to change. You know, the days of old were, you know, Netflix and Hulu are currently at the top, and they've been at the top for a while. But I think as time progresses and more companies are merging, I think that will change, because the thing about Netflix is that Netflix has so much content that it's overwhelming, and their problem is too much content. So people go to other streaming services like HBO Max that has content that people actually want to watch. What I think Netflix is going to eventually do is show exclusively original content, which I think is a smart move.
Yeah, I agree. It's the only thing I hope they don't do is just flood it with content where it's overwhelming when it comes to Amazon Prime, because they do got a lot of content on there. But it's weird because like you end up having to pay for a lot of that stuff anyway on there. Like you have a section where obviously things are free for you, but you're not available to everything on there. You still have to pay or buy or rent it. Obviously, which is why we're straight physical media guys forever, because I don't want to go through all that. You know, I don't have to worry about things being taken away and being put back on another service, which was crazy because HBO Max just added the Harry Potter movies,
Right.
but they're also on Peacock. So now they're technically on 2 different streaming services. How does that work?
So if you got Peacock and not HBO Max, it's about to leave Peacock soon.
Yeah,
because it's on HBO Max. So if you don't have the other service, you're gonna be out of luck.
Yeah, it's this whole. I was talking to somebody, and I think they were saying that keep buying physical media because it's not truly dead, because they think the streaming wars is gonna get too much. Like it's gonna be too much for people. And like for someone like me and you, we got all these streaming services, but it comes to a point where it's like you would literally have to have Disney Plus, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Hulu. You need to literally have all of these streaming services. If you want to add up everything, that's, I might as well just buy the one movie and just keep buying the movie so I can have to worry about keep paying over and over and over again for these titles. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot with this, but I mean, it's pretty interesting for Amazon Prime to do this. They definitely have the money for it. So
you got the money. Spend it.
Yeah. Like I say, it just basically puts them in the ballpark to compete with some of these major studios. And like most Amazon Prime originals, especially some of the Amazon movies I've seen on Amazon Prime, they're pretty good. I mean, I forgot what the movie called The Black Box really surprised me.
The Black Box is an excellent movie. I was very surprised by that movie.
Yeah, that movie surprised me. I don't know if the Mandela Effect was an actual Amazon Prime movie, but that movie surprised me as well.
I haven't seen that. I got to check that out.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I saw it was on Hulu, but I don't think it's an Amazon Prime original. I don't think. And obviously, all their shows. I mean, The Boys, it knocked it out of the park in my opinion. So if it gives them way more properties to give us stuff like that, go ahead, Amazon, go ahead and knock it out of the park.
Yeah, and the thing I like about Black Box is that it's black cinema that we don't often see. We usually often see drug dealers and hood movies and stuff like that, and that's cool. But I can't relate. That ain't me. I grew up in the hood, but I wasn't never in none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like science fiction. Sometimes I like fantasy and stuff like that. So it's good to see black filmmakers dive into other genres other than hood movies, because just from my perspective, once you've seen one hood movie, you've seen them all.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree with everything you just said, but that's actually a perfect thing we led into that story, because obviously the main title we really wanted to talk about, which affects HBO Max and affects a lot of things, is that the WB and the Discovery merger, that basically they merged as one company. Who knows what this actually means, because we don't know the full story. We just know that these companies are coming together. So we don't know what's the idea for it, because obviously the Discovery has its own streaming service called Discovery Plus. Then WB technically owns HBO Max.
Right.
So the crazy thing about this, when this happened, the first thing that came to my mind is, so if someone like me, if I own both services, am I going to have to keep paying for both? Or are you guys going to put it in one? And are you going to up the price, or what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this whole thing going on with WB and Discovery?
I mean, only time will tell. Eventually, I think they're gonna merge into one service. Because obviously, most people, there are more people that have HBO Max than Discovery. So I think HBO Max is gonna kind of absorb the Discovery streaming service and rebrand itself. It's still, I think it's still gonna have the Warner Brothers name on it. As far as content, I don't see anything like getting canceled or anything, because there's not a whole lot of content on there. But the few things that they do have on HBO Max, they're pretty good. HBO Max has a really good selection of movies. I haven't really gone into their TV shows yet, but as far as movies, they have an excellent selection of movies. They have movies that people actually like and want to see.
Yeah, I just checked on HBO Max. They've been adding a lot of. It felt like it seems like they're adding a lot more of the Discovery stuff on there already. As I've looked, as they just added when it comes to, I guess, documentaries or whatever, they've added a lot of things already on there, and it's crazy that you got to think about they're really competing with Disney Plus because Disney Plus has National Geographic. So it's really a good thing for them to do this because now they have that they don't have the ESPN part of it if you want to think about what everything Disney owns. But I mean, adding Discovery is just adding a lot more content, a lot more things they can do when it comes to adding to their service. So it's really a win for them. I mean, if they want to keep promoting the service and become the top dog in the streaming war, it's something that they really needed to do. So, like when it comes to the service, I do agree. I do think they're gonna be one service. Most likely, Discovery Plus most likely will be no more, and they'll just. I don't think they're gonna change the name because HBO Max, it has a ring to it. The Max part is just everything else, besides just movies. So I don't think people think they're gonna change it like Warner Discovery or something like that. Like they're gonna change it to something where it's gonna make sense. But I don't think. I think they're just gonna add whatever was on Discovery Plus is gonna be added to HBO Max. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I wouldn't rule it out, but I don't think it's likely that they'll change the name. But yeah, as far as content, WB is just going to absorb or continue to absorb Discovery's content. And I mean, at the end of the day, we win because we get more content. So as long as they don't jack the price up too much, the winner is the viewer.
Yeah,
we
for
get
sure.
to watch more stuff. So
yeah, for sure. And it's on the go. I mean, that's the point of the service, right? The streaming service just for us, you're able to watch it as quick as possible. Yeah, on demand, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the chat as well, and then go ahead and shout out everyone that's in the chat, so they can show that we are listening to what they're saying. Let's go and see what everyone else is saying about the topics we done talked about. I done went all the way up into too far. All right. We got Luke Ponto saying, you say the Matrix Reload and Revolutions are full of boring expositions. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I understand why he would say that. I don't mind exposition because I tend to watch a lot of movies that are rich and dense with information. So that doesn't bother me. What bothers me the most about those movies, specifically the Matrix Revolutions, is that it leaves a lot of questions unanswered.
Yeah.
We don't really know if Neo is dead or not.
Yeah, that's why they're making a fourth one.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Yeah, I mean I think we'll figure all that answers out in the fourth one. So we got Matthew Forrest said the Matrix trilogy has the perfect ending with 3. Does it really though? Because it really leaves it open ended. I mean, it really leaves it open ended.
Perfect ending, but like I said, it leaves too many things unanswered. I know that some of those questions were answered in the online game, but it's only a small faction of people that have played that game. You need to, address that for the masses.
Yeah. We got Jared Runner in the chat. What's going on, buddy? You got Tony Moody Movie Chappie saying that's a very interesting casting. I almost forgot to meet Christina back in the Spooky Empire down in Orlando. Nice. We got Luke Ponto. What he's saying in the chat. He said, not all the Netflix original movies are that great. They've been improving lately with the films like Trial of Chicago 7. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen that. I can't say that a lot of their movies aren't great because they have so much. They have movies on every part of the spectrum. So they got a lot of crap, but they got a lot of good stuff too. It just depends on your preference.
Right.
If you like movies like The Trial of the Chicago 7, and you're gonna gravitate towards movies like that, and if most of them suck, then obviously you're gonna say that most movies on Netflix suck. But you got to remember, you're only watching a certain kind of movie. I'm not just talking about Luke. I'm just talking about just
Right.
anybody in general.
Yeah. Right.
Like for me, if I watch science fiction fantasy movies or action movies, I'm gonna gravitate towards those movies. And if most of the movies that I watch happen to suck, then obviously I'm gonna say that most of Netflix movies are trash. But that's actually not the case. It's just,
right.
they're
it's all preference.
Yeah, it's all preference.
Yeah,
And that brings me back to my point that Netflix just has so much content. I'm pretty sure that there are excellent movies on Netflix that we have yet to see. It's just so much stuff on Netflix that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Tony Movie Chappie says, like Ponto, my favorite Netflix movie is probably Extraction. I still haven't seen Extraction yet.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah. We got Matthew Forrest said, My Spy is good weirdly. That's the one with Batista. It's kind of the game plan for Spy. I guess it's his game plan basically.
Yeah.
We got Phil saying he liked the Netflix shows better than the movies. Yeah, I can agree. Netflix shows definitely do hit better, but they got a lot more time to give you other than the movies.
And Phil likes shows better than movies anyway. So I feel like he would say that about any streaming service.
Yeah. We got Luke Ponto says, do you guys own News of the World? No, I do not own that. That's the Tom Hanks joint.
I do not. I almost bought that today, but I opted to get Uncut Gems and Titanic on Blu-ray.
Nice. Luke Ponto said the Blu-ray transfer looks great, but I haven't watched News of the World on 4K yet. Okay, cool. We got my brother in the chat. He says twin, and he also says John. He says, what's up? We got Mid-Level Media in the chat. What's going on, yo?
What's going on, Mid-Level Media?
Thank you for checking out the stream. But let's go ahead and get into the next topic, and which is a topic we have been talking about for a while. And that's obviously Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4K Blu-ray, was supposed to be out already. It was supposed to be out. It's supposed to come out in May. That's what it was supposed to be. But obviously, WB doesn't like Zack Snyder, and they delayed the Blu-ray release, obviously, because they want people to keep subscribing to HBO Max to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. And obviously, people overseas already got it. Some people overseas, Canada is getting a release in July. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to just say this now. I'm tired of holding this back. Someone from the UK is sending me a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I knew that's what it was.
Here first.
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah, someone from the UK, my guy Matt Carey. I don't know if he's watching or not. He's probably not, because it's probably like it's 7 here. Yeah, it's probably like really late in the night in the UK. But he hit me up and said, "Do you want Zack Snyder's Justice League?" I said yes, and he said, "I got you, buddy." And he's mailing it to me, and it should be in the mail next week. I was expecting a 2-week period for it to get to overseas, because obviously all the fucking customs and all this bullshit, getting through the states and from overseas. But he's sending it to me on 4K. He asked me, did I want the steelbook? But I said no, because I figured the steelbook's gonna be harder for him to get. Just grab the slipcover for me, because most likely we'll be getting a release. I'll buy the steelbook then from us, but I just want it in my hand. So let's go ahead and get into this discussion. We can go ahead and talk about spoilers too of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let me know what you guys thought about Zack Snyder's Justice League in the comments as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. John, what are your thoughts on this whole thing about this Zack Snyder's Justice League 4K Blu-ray not coming to the US anytime soon?
I think it's BS. I'm very, very unhappy with Warner Brothers right now. Well, at least the old regime. They're in a state of change right now, so I can't really blame any of the new people. But the old people, you suck. You suck. Plain and simple. You want to hold back the physical media from us just so people can only watch it on your streaming service. And that's stupid. What if the internet goes out? Then nobody's watching anything.
Yeah.
I want the physical copy. I want it in my hand. I want it on my shelf.
Yeah.
So I can watch it whenever I want and not have to worry about the stream or the buffering or anything like that. I want it. Give it to me.
I agree. Trust me. Like I said, I was so pissed because I follow a lot of people from the UK on the Blu-ray app. I mean, on the Blu-ray app, on the Blu-ray face group profile, and I've seen a lot of people post it. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck is y'all getting excuse my language, how is y'all getting the physical copy?
It's because they don't have HBO Max. That's
exactly
that's how they're getting it.
Which is I was about to say, is that they don't have it available to me. The only way they can watch it, well, I think in Canada they can watch it, but the only way they can watch it, it's not available like how we can watch it, where we can literally just click a button and watch it. Yeah. They're able to watch it through like a cable subscription where it comes on at a time, and that's when you watch it. It's not like, obviously for us, we can literally watch it, pause it anytime we want. No, they have to watch it at that time. And if they missed it, they miss it.
Yeah, like a premium cable channel, like Stars or something. They have to watch it like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand why, because I even asked my guy, Matt, that lives in the UK. I'm like, you guys don't have HBO Max, do? He said, no, not yet. And I'm like, okay, that's why. They want people to watch it. So obviously when they get HBO Max, they can be prepared to watch it. And obviously I understand that they want people to subscribe to HBO Max, but I think that time has passed. That's like keeping a movie in theaters when your hype is already done. Like, that's like keeping a movie in the theater when you made your money in the opening weekend in the last week, and you're keeping the theaters and not releasing it on physical.
And that's another thing that bothers me. Why haven't they released the numbers for Zack Snyder's Justice League? They released the numbers for Kong, all that BS that came out on HBO Max, but they haven't released the numbers for Zack Snyder's Justice League. What's up with that? Do y'all really hate him that bad to not let us see the numbers? Like, we already know that it was successful. Just release the numbers
for sure.
Just release them.
The thing is, it's about ego, and obviously they don't like Zack Snyder. I mean,
they don't want to admit that they were wrong, and those numbers are going to prove that they were wrong.
Exactly. Obviously, me and you both enjoy Snyder Cut. We've seen it multiple times. Probably you've seen it about 5 or 6 times. I've seen it about 5 or 6 times. Regardless of how long it is, I know it's over 4 hours, but I enjoyed every minute of it. The 4:3 didn't bother me. I enjoyed every single moment of it. And a lot of I think if you buy the Blu-ray, I don't think it's in 4:3. Because I think my guy Matt has told me that he opted out for the Blu-ray because he didn't like the format ratio. So my guess is that if you buy the Blu-ray, it doesn't come in 4:3.
It's full screen.
It's either it's full screen or you see the black bars on the top and bottom, not on the sides. So, which is weird because
wouldn't bother me, but if it's full screen, that might bother me because
you might be downgraded. You wouldn't want the full vision. You would just want the bars on the side, right? Yeah, that's why I told him I wanted the 4K.
I would want 4:3 or 16:9. I wouldn't want full screen.
Yeah, me too.
The quality would be downgraded. But yeah, I've watched this movie multiple times. I love this movie. I've waited my whole life to see this movie. If you guys don't already know, I'm a huge DC fan. Not that I don't like Marvel. I love Marvel as well. I like both. But DC characters resonate with me the way no other characters have. And I was biased going into 2017. I said I was gonna like Justice League no matter what, no matter whose name was attached to it. And I am comfortable enough to admit that I was in denial. I knew knew the movie was trash.
Yeah,
I knew it was trash, and I still found some level of enjoyment in it just because we hadn't had a live action Justice League movie ever. This was the first one. So I was going to hold on to it until they released the Snyder Cut. Now that they've released the Snyder Cut, that 4K for Justice League is going to make a nice coaster. That's going to be a really nice coaster.
Yeah. The worst part about me, I have multiple copies of the 2017 Justice League because I have the Digibook and I also have the 4K disc. I only bought the 4K disc to complete my 4K DCEU collection. Clearly, if I wasn't such of a completionist, most likely I would not own that movie because you don't need multiple copies of that movie nor Suicide Squad. But I am an idiot and I have both. But and I'm probably not going to get rid of the Digibook because I do like the way it looks. It's got the what's his name? Alan Ross. Is it Alan Ross? Alan Ross? No, it's not.
Alex Ross.
Alex Ross. Yeah, it has like his type of painting, but it's obviously the characters.
Yeah.
As the cover.
Yeah.
And I really like it. So I'm gonna keep that obviously, but I can't wait to get this in the mail. Like I said, I was gonna wait to hold it back, and I'm gonna do an unboxing when it comes in, obviously. But I was really couldn't hold on because I really wanted to come this weekend so the video would be out. Because if I would have got it like past week, that video would already be out, and obviously I would have showcased it today.
Right.
But obviously that didn't happen. I hit up my boy Matt Carey. He's like, obviously from overseas, it's gonna take a long time for to get it. I was like basically being like, I was joking, like I tell him like, oh, no package came with sad face. And I was like, I'm just being a baby because I'm ready to hold it in my hands and watch a physical disc of it. Because clearly, obviously, I don't have HBO Max on my basement TV, and I'm ready to watch it in the comfortable of my man cave. Yeah, I want to watch it in my man cave. You know, I don't have to worry about watching the living room, which is amazing on my 75-inch TV. Yeah. But I want to like sit down in my basement and watch it. You know. Yeah. So
So. You know, while we're talking about Justice League, let's get into a small spoiler review. Guys in the chat, feel free to chime in. What did you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? What was your initial reaction?
My mouth was on the jaw. My mouth was on the ground. My jaw was on the ground. That's what I meant to say. My jaw was on the ground towards the end, and I was pissed watching it. Not in a bad way.
In a good way. I know what you mean.
I was pissed at Warner Brothers. And
why did you take this away from us?
Yeah.
I'm getting
I did a review. I got a review up on my channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. The first thing I say in that video is, I played the scene from Menace to Society. You guys know you done fucked up because you guys took an experience from us in the theater of seeing, like, obviously, like I said, this is spoilers. I keep thinking about the Flash reversing time scene. That scene is the equivalent of the Avengers turning in the circle. That's the scene you hear the audience go crazy in the theater.
Yep.
And you took it away from us. We had to go crazy in our couches, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was going crazy. And I was sitting here with Steph's best friend, Terrell, just looking at him like, how the fuck did they take this away from us? Like, why did they do this?
My first reaction is when the credits started rolling. I looked at my dude Dylan and I was like, "We was robbed, bruh.
Yes.
Highway robbery."
Yes, we was.
Why?
Yes,
how they really looked at this? They really looked at this movie and was like, "Nah, bruh, we good." Like,
yeah.
What kind of crack was y'all smoking? Like y'all must have been sipping gas.
Yeah.
To release the Justice League and think that people was gonna like that, to think that was better. Y'all must have been sipping gas. Y'all crazy.
I agree. And like I say, I think it goes back to go back to Zack Snyder. Because they didn't like that the other movies that he produced didn't do the thoughts that they didn't do what they thought they was gonna do. Obviously, Batman vs Superman should have been $1 billion film. You got two of the biggest heroes on screen together. Two great actors as the roles, but and obviously there was only not even 15-minute fight between the two. So I get why they didn't they didn't really like the direction, but obviously I love the direction they was going because if you watch Man of Steel, BVS, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's a complete trilogy. It's a complete trilogy. It makes total sense, and obviously with the Snyder cut. You can trim it down. You definitely can. But obviously, he was given the reign to do anything he wanted and put everything into it. He was going to put everything into it. That's why it's 4 hours long. And I didn't mind the runtime because when I was watching it, I was so indulged into the movie, even though we've seen it already. Yeah, even though we've seen it already, because there's certain scenes in there you thought it was just in the Justice League.
I can't say that. I can't say that we've seen it already because it's so different than the Justice League, and there's only what we saw in the 2017 version was about this much in the Snyder cut. So technically, yes, we have seen that footage, but I can't say that I've seen this movie before because it's a completely different movie. It's a completely different story. Everything is different.
Yeah.
It was just presented in a different context in 2017. But
Right.
I like I said, I love these characters so much, and it's heartbreaking just as a fan and as somebody who wants to make films one day, but it's heartbreaking that a studio has so much disdain for a visionary filmmaker,
Right.
just because a few people didn't like what he was doing. The movie the movie still made money. Granted, it didn't make as much as it should have. It didn't make as much as people thought it would, but it was still a financial success. It still made a lot of
Talking
money.
about Justice League, right?
I'm talking about Batman
BVS.
versus Superman.
Oh yeah, it made close to $900 million. It wasn't a failure.
It wasn't a failure at all.
It's
it
obviously
should have been $1 billion. Yeah,
like it should have been $1 billion film. Obviously it was not panned. It wasn't critically panned, but it was such a divisive film, which was Man of Steel was also a divisive film as well.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird when you look at the audience rating and then you look at the critic rating. It's so weird when you look at both, because obviously the audience rating is always going to be higher because we can literally just put in that we want to watch it, whatever, or that we liked it. And obviously the critic rating is going to be different because they actually have to do certain things to get it to that level. But I just think that WB they're looking at the numbers. And they don't want to release it because as us fans, we're going to be sitting there with our hands crossed, like shaking our heads, like
we told you. We told you.
This is what we wanted. We wanted this. We didn't want Marvel's, comedy and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't want Marvel's Justice League.
Yeah, we didn't want that. We didn't want that feeling, regardless of those movies making the money that they made. But they've established a formula to make their movies like that. And if you want to just count BVS, Man of Steel, and Justice League, that's only 3 movies. Marvel, to the point where when you watch that first Avengers, even after that, like within the next couple of films, if you go to Age of Ultron, that's so much content they didn't put out.
Yeah. By the time Batman versus Superman came in, Marvel was already like 10 movies in.
Yeah, they was ending phase 2 because Civil War came out the same year.
Yeah, so 12. They was already 12 movies in.
Yeah.
So you had to give it some time, but in the grand scheme of things, Zack Snyder knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
And it paid off. It paid off. People didn't like how Superman started out, and he was like, I know you don't like this, but there's a reason for it, and it's going to pay off in the end. He's going to end up being the Superman that we recognize. And by the time he came back in Zack Snyder's Justice League in the black suit, he was the Superman that we recognize.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. And trust me.
I agree with the angry thing. Like, I was happy. I was so happy that we got this movie, but I was also livid that WB really like took this away from us. Like, I don't understand it. Like, they really don't care about what we want. And that's another thing. Like, they're giving us everything but what we asked for. Warner Brothers has announced so many movies that we don't really want or care about. Obviously, I'm gonna go see them because I'm a fan of superhero movies, but we want the Snyderverse restored. That's what we want. We don't want Gotham City Sirens. Are we gonna go see Gotham City Sirens? Yes, but we don't necessarily want it. Nobody was asking for that movie.
Right.
We don't want DC Super Pets. Will I probably take my son to go see it? Probably. But what I want is the Snyderverse restored. That's what I want.
Yeah, for sure.
I want the Batman movie. I want the Deathstroke series. I want a proper Man of Steel sequel. I want that.
And I think the time is ticking for all that stuff we want, especially for Henry Cavill and for Ben Affleck. and obviously they're already doing the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
So, and obviously they're bringing Batman back for this Flash movie. I think I seen there's a teaser trailer showing Batman's cowl or his suit with some blood on it, which Andy Muschietti, because he's directing it. Yeah. Andy Muschietti. I can't say his last name right, but the director of
Andy Muschietti.
He's directing the movie. He released a photo, which was okay. I mean, someone posted saying it looked like grape jelly spilled on his suit, because it does look like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the chat. We can still go ahead and talk about. I want to get into the chat. We got Jamel. We got Mel in the building. What's going on? He said that Criterion sale is on, baby. You already know, man. I'm ready. Me and him probably gonna make a video together, going just to different Barnes and Nobles and stuff to get Criterions, which will be coming up soon. So hopefully, I'm gonna hit up Jamel, let him know if he's ready for that. But we got Luke Ponto in the chat as well, saying I haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League yet. When I do watch it, I'm not going to remember any spoilers given. Okay, that's cool.
Luke, when you watch it, you're going to love it. I promise you.
We didn't really give away that much, because even in the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, you see certain scenes that they were considered spoilers. I mean, you see the Flash reverse time scene in the trailer. So that's any spoilers. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you're basically just watching it to see the things that he wanted to show in the movie. So Tony Movie Chappie says, lucky I got the order of Zack Snyder Justice League on eBay back in May. It should be here in 2 weeks. That's great, man. That's great. We got mid-level media saying what's up to Tony. I'm trying to at least stay in the chat so we at least have them be involved as well. We got Ken saying I did enjoy Justice League. I definitely wait to watch a 4-hour movie again. Or you mean I can definitely wait to watch a 4-hour movie again. Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Myron saying shaking my head. We got Vincent Smith in the chat. What's going on, buddy? He's another regular on my channel. Shout out to you, man. He said it makes no sense that WB is holding Zack Snyder's Justice League hostage for the US, because they would make yes, they will make a lot of money, because that movie would sell. People would buy that. Would sell out. Yeah,
people would buy multiple copies of it.
I'm buying multiple copies. Yeah. Like I said, I'm already getting one sent to me from the UK. Shout out to Matt for that. I don't know if he's watching, but shout out to him. But he's sending me one. But when they release it in the US, I'm buying the steelbook. If they release a steelbook, and if they come out with it, if they come out with a digipack, from Target, I'm definitely buying that as well. Excuse me. I probably won't go ahead and buy like a statue or anything like that. I won't probably do that, but any other iterations, because technically I would already have a slipcover because I'm getting the one from overseas. So all I need is a steelbook and a digibook. That's the only two I would buy. But I'm definitely buying multiple copies. And I don't care what nobody say. WB would make a lot of money. They will make a lot of money. But they're just fooling themselves, and they don't want to give Zack Snyder the credit that he deserves when it comes in making good quality.
Yeah, at this point, they're just being petty, because they know that they would make money, but they would rather they would rather just be petty than to make money. They would rather just say, oh well, it was all right, and then just move on, rather than to just give us what we want and make that money, because that would, like I said, that they would have to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
And they don't want to do that. But hopefully with this new regime, with the
WB,
the Snyderverse will be somewhat restored. Even if we just get a Man of Steel sequel, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, for sure. You got Myron laughing in the chat. I think he's laughing because he sees the smoke from your incense. Myron, he's not smoking. That's an incense burning in the background. That's an incense burning in the background, buddy. Boom, boom, boom. We got Vincent Smith saying, on the bright side, at least they're releasing Godzilla versus Kong in 4K. Yeah, you're right. But they have no problems with that franchise when it comes to personal biases. I
never seen a studio just act like a bunch of children. Like, that really bothers me. Like that's they so juvenile for that.
Yeah. We got Luke Ponto said, I probably get the steel books for Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat when they come out. I doubt I'll get
I
the
probably
steelbooks.
won't do that. Yeah,
I probably won't do that. It's funny because I have the steelbook for the Mortal Kombat 2 movie collection for steelbook, which it will make me kind of upset that if I buy the slipcover, it's not gonna be next to it. But I don't think I'm gonna spend, because most likely it'd be like $35 to $37 for that steelbook. I probably won't buy it for that. Because if I didn't buy Wonder Woman, why would I buy Mortal Kombat? So
yeah, I did get the Wonder Woman steelbook, but I got that for my wife.
Well, you got that. Yeah, you got it as a gift, so that's a different story.
Yeah.
We got Tony Movie Chappie. This is the comment I didn't want to go to, but I had to read everybody else say. It's so disheartening the way that Zack Snyder is treating and apparently WBS torturing him while he was making the Snyder Cut. Yeah, you knew they were in this. You know they were literally, messing his whole vibe up when he was trying to make a great movie. But
especially after he went through that family tragedy, it's like, come on now. Like at this point, you're just being mean. It ain't even about creative differences. Y'all just being mean now.
Yeah, for sure. We got Tony Movie Chappie also saying, and meanwhile James Gunn is making the Suicide Squad and has no studio meddling and no problems while making the movie. Just what the hell, Warner Brothers. Glass Zack Snyder has moved to Netflix. Yeah, I agree, and I hope he comes to Marvel. That's why, because Kevin Feige is going to be like, as long as you stay within the MCU box, you do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Him and Kevin Feige are actually friends. So
I believe it.
I think that's going to be likely.
Yeah, we got Myron saying not laughing at all at that. What are you laughing at then, buddy?
He's probably laughing at my little rant.
Oh, okay. We got Tiana Loves Movies in the chat. Shout out to you, man, for checking out the stream. Shout out to you. Check out my boy Jay Smooth's YouTube channel. Do we got anything else? No, I think that's it. Oh, we got Tony Muchabi saying one more thing, and we're gonna go ahead and head to the next discussion. But I would like to see Ray Fisher back in a standalone Cyborg movie directed by yes, for sure. Yes.
He was
the standout.
Yeah, he was definitely the standout of that movie. He was the heart of that movie. He had one of my favorite scenes, if not definitely my favorite scene in the movie, when he was learning how to fly.
Yeah,
like that.
When it was basically showing the montage, him learning how to work the system inside his brain.
That scene got me a little emotional just because of he felt he felt like he was half a man because he was mostly machine. And when he was finally coming into his own and like relearning his body, that resonated me, especially when he took off in the air and you could see the sense of joy on his face.
Yeah, right.
For him, flying was exhilarating, and I definitely got Man of Steel vibes from it.
Yeah, I agree. It makes me upset because he's a very inclement part of the plot.
Yeah,
he's a very important part to the plot when it comes to the other boxes. And they cut out
his story.
Not 90. You're talking about 99.9% of his stuff is taken out of the whole storyline because you don't get a backstory or nothing. He just literally pops up, and that's it. I mean, for me, it's like you can do a certain way to introduce characters that you never introduced before, but when it comes to big characters, I think like the Flash and that, you need more of their backstory when it comes to it.
Yeah.
And like I said, the way Marvel did it with Spider-Man and Black Panther was perfect too. But when you got a movie like Justice League and you're trying to bring back all these characters and you're supposed to care about them, give us more backstory. Don't just have them pop up and think we're gonna like this guy.
Right.
Give him more to do. Don't just have him just pop up and then he's helping out for some reason. Just give us more of his character.
We actually got a bonus with Civil War because they had originally had planned on only doing Black Panther because they wanted Spider-Man, but they didn't think that they were gonna get him. So they was like, we'll just use Black Panther. And then when they got Spider-Man, it was like, well, let's just use them both. And
it worked out well.
It worked out, and it didn't feel muddled. Didn't feel muddled at all.
You could tell which scenes were shot. Like you could tell that some of those were reshoots. The Spider-Man scenes were definitely reshoots.
Yeah,
it feels out of place when you see it in the movie, especially when Spider-Man shows up. Because Tony goes straight from talking to him and then just straight like
Straight
into
to
a
the,
different persona.
yeah,
It felt like it was like a totally like they shot that 2 different times.
yeah.
But I agree. Like I loved it. Flash was better in this movie. Flash was definitely better
It was
in Justice
way
League.
better in this movie.
Cyborg was definitely better in this movie, and Aquaman was pretty good. Even though, like I said, not saying I did like Aquaman in the 2017 version. I just thought he was utilized better in this movie, as
He
well.
was
The other
utilized
characters.
more. He was
Yeah.
just kind of there in
Yeah.
the 2017 version, but
Yeah.
in
Right.
this one he was used a lot more.
Right. All right. Well, enough of the Zack Snyder stuff. Like I said, I am getting it shipped in, and I will be doing an unboxing when it comes in. But we're gonna also go ahead and get into some physical media discussion, talking about what new pickups we got. I did pick up some stuff. I did do a Blu-ray hunting video, you guys. If you guys want to check that out, obviously don't leave the stream and go watch it. Stay in the stream and then watch it after. But I'm gonna re-show those pickups that I picked up. Also, I'm gonna show another pickup that someone else sent me. Well, not sent me. I paid for it because he was doing a sale for all like movies that he didn't want, and they are. Let me grab them from up here. Hold on, you guys. All right. Starting up what I picked up today. I went to Big Lots, picked up some stuff. So I picked up Kung Fu Panda 1 and 3. They didn't have 2. So I got to find 2 now.
Nice.
I've seen the first one. I've seen a little bit of the second one. Haven't seen the third one. The first one is a great.
Are severely underrated.
Yeah, they're like to me they're like that's why people ask me underrated animated trilogies. I throw the Hotel Transylvania trilogy in there because that's a pretty good.
I haven't seen any one of them.
Those are great. Watch them around Halloween time, but they are surprisingly funny and the animation is great. Okay, they are good movies. Check them out. Even though, like I said, Adam Sandler's behind it, but it doesn't feel like a Happy Madison production. It doesn't. I was surprised when I watched them because I think I watched them with Steph's nieces and nephews. So I was like, I've never seen these. Let me go ahead and pop it in. I enjoyed them. They're like the Kung Fu Panda movies, in my opinion.
My nephew is in the chat right now. He says they're all good. Yeah, I believe you, man. I believe you, Jordan. Shout out to my nephew, Jordan.
Nice. Thank you for checking out the stream. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And also, if you guys are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out Smooth J Stu channel. When I redo the thing, I will put his link into his channel in the description. I obviously after we're done with the stream and I edit the description, whatever. But going back to what else I picked up the Birds, the 4K Steelbook. It was only $20 at Target. So
yeah, right now the slip and the Steelbook are the same price.
Yeah, so and I went with Psycho. I grabbed it. So actually I have 2 copies. I'm gonna probably just trade my other copy in to the exchange. Obviously, I'm probably most likely to do a code giveaway because I won't give them the code because every time I buy a movie, they never have a code. So they don't get my code. So I'll probably be giving away that code because I already have one in the Steelbook. So I'll be giving away that code a little bit later in the chat when we do our giveaways. Yeah. And then obviously the last thing I picked up, which is something I've been looking for a really long time. And that is the Dark Knight Rises Steelbook, baby. I've been looking for this Steelbook for the longest.
Nice.
It's matte finish. Matte finish. I love the image. There's nothing on the back of it. It's just rain on the back of it. The only front image is the cowl being broken. Yeah. And I think there's an image on the inside. Yeah, it's Bane. Bane was on the on one of the images, and that's it. But I've been looking for the Steelbook forever. Every time I go online, it's highly priced. Or it's from overseas. And I didn't have to worry about no overseas shipping. I didn't want to do all that. Yeah. So someone I found on YouTube, I think his name is like Absub Lime or something like that. I gotta look up his channel, but he was doing a sale on most of his movies. Like he has a lot of duplicates that he gets sent from studio, and he buys a lot of lots and stuff like that when it comes with multiple movies. And he tries to like flip them basically and sell them again so he can get his money back. Yeah, so he popped it. Once I saw that, I said, I don't care about nothing else in your lot. I want that. So he basically just said comment, and he said the price he wanted. It was only $20, and I had to add $3 extra for shipping. It was a no-brainer. I Zelled him the money. Go ahead, you got it. I want it. And it came in. It came in quicker than I thought. I thought it was gonna come next week. Because obviously I'm doing a Blu-ray update video probably Tuesday or either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll be doing that Blu-ray update video. I was going to show it. So you probably will see these pickups again But I did want to show it since we're talking about physical media. So, John, did you pick up anything new within the past week or two or whatever?
I picked up quite a bit. I just got 3 titles here. I didn't want to show everything that I picked up because the month of May was a big pickup movie for me. I typically don't get a whole lot of new releases just because I'm cheap and I like to save money, so I wait till they come down.
That's understandable.
And I have a family, so they gotta eat. But I got the Dread 4K Steelbook.
Yeah, I got that too.
It has a gloss finish and with a transparent slip.
Lionsgate been killing the game with those.
Oh yeah.
The Saw Steelbook has the same translucent slipcover.
Yeah. I got the first A Quiet Place on 4K.
Oh, you did get it in. Nice.
Nice. Yep. And this has a gloss finish, and it also has like the scratch marks like indented on it, which I thought was dope. Yeah,
it's embossed.
Yeah,
like I said, I got the same Steelbook, John, but obviously it's in Blu-ray, not 4K. But I think when it came out at that time, I wasn't buying 4K, and I wasn't buying 4K as much as I was today. So that's why I picked up the Blu-ray Steelbook, and I think I didn't have my Xbox at the time. I didn't have the Xbox at the time, so I'm like, okay, there's no point in me buying the 4K because I don't have a 4K player. So
right. And I also got District 9 on 4K. I had it on Blu-ray, so I upgraded it. And this has a matte finish. It's a little shiny, but it's matte. I really love the look of this Steelbook. It's very streamlined and pristine. And this is one of my favorite science fiction movies. I think this movie is very, very underrated because a lot of people just look at it as just a strictly science fiction movie, but it is definitely a political thriller disguised as a science fiction movie. It's about genocide and social classes. It's very dense with a lot of political information, but it's very, very entertaining. I love this movie. So those are my 3 pickups.
Nice. All Steelbooks too. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what we just started the month, and it's not really a big release month. There's some big titles. Like I said, we got Indiana Jones coming out, and obviously end of the month we got Willy Wonka. We got some titles flubbed up in there. It's not going to be a huge month. Like last month was a crazy month. Yeah. Like I did a roundtable with Ken from mid-level media. I'm sorry, I can't even talk now. We've been talking so long. But I looked over the month. I'm like, damn, a lot of stuff did come out. But then also I looked at my my May haul, and obviously I picked up a lot of Dollar Tree pickups, so it made my haul look really big. But if you want to look at new releases, a lot of stuff did come out that month.
Yeah, it was a big month for new releases on May. And it's going to be a big month in July.
July is going to be a bigger month. Yep. And I'm ready for it. I told myself I know I gotta be smart with it. Like I can't I might not buy everything day one.
Yeah.
Like I said, like when Space Jam come out, most likely I won't be buying that day one.
Right.
Excuse me. That probably be a later title. I might wait for Black Friday for that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I might wait for Black Friday. Hopefully we get Black Friday this year. I'm praying that we get that. But I might wait because I don't know if I want to spend $30 on that movie for 4K. And I want to probably watch reviews first because what if the transfer isn't good and I spend $30 on the movie, I'm gonna be really mad. Yeah. So I probably won't buy that day one. Like I said, like you said, we was talking earlier, there's other titles I'm excited for, like Scott Pilgrim. I'm more excited about that. I definitely can get that because I don't own it yet. So that'd be a movie. It's been a really long time though since I've seen it.
Scott Pilgrim is also an underrated movie. That is one of the funnest movies that I've seen. I definitely had a good time watching that. It's a video game come to life, and I love that about that film. So I'm definitely gonna be getting that as well as Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that's a day one pickup, Willy Wonka. Obviously, I'll be upgrading because I have the Blu-ray, but I'm upset because I haven't seen on Best Buy's website or on Blu-ray.com. I'm not seeing any steelbooks for that movie. And if people said they have seen it online, but I can't see it, nothing on Blu-ray.com or on Best Buy. I don't know if it's going to be a Target exclusive or anything, but I haven't seen anything on the website, because usually when you look at Blu-ray.com, you look at the release calendar, you'll see it. It's not going to be underneath it, but like it's a big title, probably the biggest title of that week. You would see it within the first 3 slots of the new release. Now I don't see anything. Yeah. My guess is that it's going to look like a golden ticket, like the front's going to be a golden ticket. That's what I would want to see. Imagine a golden glossy steelbook.
I was gonna say, I would think that the whole steelbook is gonna be gold.
The golden ticket, yeah, right. But that's the one I'm definitely picking up day one for sure.
Yeah, when me and my wife saw that on Blu-ray.com, we both looked at each other and got excited. It was like, we definitely getting that day one, because I mean, I have the Blu-ray and it looks amazing.
Yeah, the Blu-ray looks really good.
So you know that the 4K is gonna look even that much better. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny because that's one of it's probably Steph's number one movie, because every time I ask her what's her favorite movie, that's the first thing that comes to her mind. So clearly it is her favorite movie. Yeah. So I probably will be doing a discussion with her when that movie comes out on 4K as well. Yeah. Is there anything else you think you're excited for? Are you going to get Indiana Jones on 4K? You probably just gonna wait for that.
Probably not.
It's gonna be like $100 for that full set. I don't know if I'm gonna buy that either. I'll probably show it. I'll definitely show it when I go out for Blu-ray hunting, but I probably won't buy it either, because that's a lot of money for those 4 movies. Like I said, I like Indiana Jones, but I'm not a huge fan of that franchise like I am with Star Wars or like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the 2 movies that I like out of that franchise, the 2 movies that I really like out of that franchise are 1 and 3. I love Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I love The Last Crusade, because I love Harrison Ford and Sean Connery's chemistry in that movie. And I used to watch Last Crusade a lot when I was a kid. So if they do release individual ones, I might pick them up one at a time, but I'm not getting that pack.
Yeah. So it looks like next week, not this week coming up, but obviously the next following week, we got Godzilla versus Kong comes out. We got In the Line of Fire. That's a Clint Eastwood movie. Is coming out on 4K, which is funny. I just saw it at the Exchange for like $3 on Blu-ray. I almost picked it up because I probably won't buy the 4K when it comes out, which I heard the movie is pretty good. But I probably won't buy it. I don't think I will. Yeah. But The Last Action Hero is getting another 4K release. It just got the steelbook, but they're releasing the slipcover, which is a terrible looking slipcover. It's basically just like Arnold's face with a background. It's not which I think whoever got the steelbook, you lucked out, because the slipcover looks terrible. But that's getting a release next week. That's really the only 2 titles I see that's coming out that I can see grabbing. Yeah, like I said, this month they got a 3 movie pack of all the Godzilla movies and stuff. So if you guys didn't buy, or all the monster movies, so if you guys know, they only has Godzilla versus Kong, King of the Monsters, and Kong versus Kong. So they said fuck Godzilla 2014. They said fuck that movie because it's not in there. It's only a 3 movie pack, which is stupid, but
that is stupid.
The next following week we got one where we're looking for is Batman Long Halloween Part 1. Batman comes out June 22nd. That's our day 1 buy. I'll probably be getting Nobody. Half Baked comes out on Blu-ray from Kino.
That's surprising that it didn't already have a Blu-ray release.
Yeah, it probably does, but it's probably out of print. But I probably won't be getting that day 1. I'll probably wait for that as well. Yeah. But I think that's it. Obviously, the end of the month is Willy Wonka. But like I said, I'm on there. I'm on the app right now, and I do not see no steelbook at all. And I'm hoping they don't do some cheese and release it later. I got a feeling that's what's going to happen.
That's what they're going to do.
I got a feeling it's going to happen, which is stupid because we got movies like Beetlejuice, right? It came out, the steelbook and the Blu-ray came out at the same time. Same with Goonies. Goonies released the 4K Blu-ray and 4K and the steelbook at the same time. So what made Willy Wonka's a much bigger movie than both of those movies? Why just release a slipcover? So most likely overseas will get a steelbook and we won't. But I'm not about to import anything. I'm not about to do that.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
I'm not about to do that. So if I just got to get the slipcover, hopefully the slipcover is nice. So far, I like the artwork on the slip. It's a purple background with Willy Wonka on the front of it. It's okay. I would love the original cover art, but we're not getting that. Yeah. So that's it for this month. Like I said, you're right. July is going to be that month. A lot of titles coming out. Like I said, House of Wax is getting released from Screen Factory. I'm very excited for that. It's the 2005 version. Obviously, I'm a fan of Chad Michael Murray. At that time, I was definitely watching everything he was in. I do like House of Wax as well, so it's definitely a guilty pleasure, I guess you could say. 'Cause the movie's not good, but
I've never seen House of Wax.
the 2005 version,
it never appealed to me.
Yeah,
Any of them.
yeah. Only reason why I've seen that is because of who was in it. I knew the actress because she was in The Girl Next Door, that movie that came out previous year, and obviously Chad Michael Murray, Paris Hilton. You had, I don't know the actor's name, but he was in Moesha. Was it Moesha? No, it was Was it Moesha? No, it wasn't.
What
Moesha.
do he look like?
He's in Coach Carter. He's Samuel Jackson's son. I can't think of his name on top of my head, but he plays damn.
Bald, light skin.
He's light skinned, but I think he's bald now. Yeah, but
hey, he was in Moesha. I think he was like Kim's boyfriend or something in Moesha.
Where is House of Wax at? There it is. His name probably not even gonna be in the cast.
Right.
Yeah, it's Robert like Richie Turd or something like that.
He was on 101. Yeah.
That's what it was, 101. But yeah, he's in it. So that's how I just knew certain. It had Jared Padalecki, whatever his name is, from Supernatural. He was in it too. So I knew all the cast. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely about to watch this. So, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the way it was. But it's getting a Screen Factory, which is, I think they're going through all the Dark Castle movies because they released 13 Ghosts. They released Ghost Ship. Obviously, this was the next one on the line when it comes to if you want to go through the years that they came out. Because I think 13th Ghost came out first, Ghost Ship was next, and House of Wax was next. It's been on a lot of people's wish lists too. Like this is the one they got to do next. Like I said, the one I want next, I want the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Hopefully we get that. That's what I want. New Line. If you guys got to give the rights up for a little bit just so they can do it, please do it. I want a Screen Factory collection from them, man. I need a box set like that. I need that in my life.
The Warner Brothers. New Line is Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's New Line and Warner Brothers. You guys got to give up the rights for at least a year window so Screen Factory can do it. Come on, man. They will kill this shit when it comes to the physical release, man. They will.
We will see under the new regime. So
yes, sir. So yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to physical media?
Not really.
All right, let me go ahead and get into the chats here. We just got Christian, my boy Christian. That's one of my old elementary school friends in the chat. He said, "What's going on?" We got Shaggy. I guess that's somebody you know, Shaggy.
That's my nephew Jordan.
Okay, he said, "What's up?" He said he liked and subscribed. Thank you. We got Zardy in the chat. Do you know them person? Do you know that too? You know that person too? Okay, well I guess they must know each other because they saying hi to each other. So shout out to you if you guys are new to the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I guess he asked, is Hotel Transylvania Blu-ray? Yeah, it has a Blu-ray if that's what you're asking.
Blu-ray, yeah.
Have you seen Back to the Future 1? If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Marty McFly on Instagram.
Yeah, that Jordan, you know, he's a kid, so.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Of course, we've seen it, man.
Yeah,
it's only one of the greatest movies ever made.
You guys can see in the background. You see right there. It's right there. It's displayed. Yeah, I love Back to the Future for sure.
It is a perfect movie. It's perfect.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next category. Obviously, this is the part where we go ahead and get into some live questions, live Q&A, and giveaways. We got 9 people in the chat right now.
Yeah, the chat had got up to 16. So
yeah, I seen it. So if you guys want to ask any questions, go ahead and ask us any questions. And John is also giving away some codes as well.
I got a bunch of codes to give away. They're just going away. So I think I'll give away 3 today.
So do you want to like do something where you want them to like, because if people are in the chat, maybe they might be watching the replay. You might want to have them do like, because what I do if I'm doing live, people might not be live. If they want to have a chance to do the giveaway, like tell them you want them to do something, they'll write it in the comments after the stream is done. That's what usually I'll do sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. We'll do something simple. Just list your favorite actor or actress in the comments after the stream is over, and then we'll do a random comment pick, and I'll send you the codes. If I send you the codes and they don't work, just shoot me a private message, and we'll work that out. I'll send you a different code that I know works. So
Yeah.
yeah, just list your favorite actor or actress in the chat after the live stream is over, and we will pick it later.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You gonna name out all the codes that you're giving away?
Yes, yes. So I have we'll just go with the obvious one since I just picked this up. I have A Quiet Place. Um I have the 2017 It, and I have 300 on 4K. These are all 4K codes, by the way. Um, so you will get the highest quality available for these movies. So that's A Quiet Place, It 2017, and 300, all in 4K.
Nice, 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 nice. And like I said, this is the live Q&A portion. If you guys got any questions, probably going to go live. We're probably going to stay up still live for like another 20 to 30 minutes. That's cool.
Yeah,
So if you guys want to ask us any questions, we're probably just going to ramble and talk about certain things. But if you guys want to ask us any questions in the chat, you guys got any questions for me or John, go ahead and ask them in the chat. We would love to answer your questions to the best of our ability, any physical media questions, any movie questions, any life questions, any questions you got to ask for advice when it comes to YouTube or anything like that. I would love to answer them in the chat. So go ahead and answer them. So yeah, John, Christian asks, thoughts on A Quiet Place? Worth a watch?
But yeah, obviously it's worth a watch. I bought it on 4K. I definitely really like this movie. It was a pleasant surprise. I went into it with no expectations. I saw it in the theater when it came out, had no expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised. John Krasinski did a wonderful job with this movie. I'm not gonna go too much into it because I want to give room for everybody else's questions. But if you want to hear more about it, just go to my YouTube channel, Smooth J Stew. And I recently did a review with my wife, Mrs. Stew. I did a review on A Quiet Place on my YouTube channel, and we dive deep in to the movie. So if you want to hear more about that, just go to my YouTube channel. But definitely worth the watch, definitely worth the pick up.
Yep, it's definitely worth the watch. It's definitely worth the pick up. At first when I watched it, I thought it was a little overhyped. And it took the second time for me to watch it to really cause I think when I watched it, I wasn't fully focused because I didn't see it in the theaters. I don't think I saw it in the theaters.
That happened with me recently with Army of the Dead. I watched it and I knew that it was good, but I was taken out of it just because of everything that was going on at the time.
Yeah.
But I will watch it again, and I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna like it a little more the second time around. Like I said, I knew that it was good while I was watching it, but I couldn't fully enjoy it because of everything that was going on at the time.
Yeah. So Christian, definitely if you don't have A Quiet Place on Blu-ray or anything, yeah, definitely pick it up. It's definitely worth the pick up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like I said, if you guys got any other questions in the chat, go ahead and shoot us a comment or anything, go ahead and give us a, shout out. I think this is a great first episode of Nerd Talk so far. Like I said, we had up to 16 people in the chat. Shout out to everybody that checked us out. Hopefully you guys checked out my boy Smooth J Stew. I would after the stream is done, I'll put his link into the description. I don't think I added it in there when I did the description. I don't think. Let me check. No, I didn't. I have to add it in there. So when I go back, when the stream is over, I'll go back and edit it, and I'll add your link into the in the description so they can obviously go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. My boy Smooth J Stew just started YouTube, but he's been really feeling it for real. He's been really putting out great content, great reviews. He's trying to dive down that time limit when it comes to the reviews because he can go on a tangent and talk about a lot of stuff. So I've been trying to tell him, like, at least try to stay within the 10-minute mark. At least go as high as 10 minutes. 11 minutes, I say. 11 minutes is a good enough window for reviews.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about when I talk about movies, and I try to keep my passion down a little bit because I don't want to go too crazy.
Yeah.
And on the videos, we got Shaggy saying I can go get it. I think you're referring to Hotel Transylvania. Yeah, you can go get it.
It's available. Yep, it's available. You probably can find it cheap too. I think I found all mine on Black Friday. I think. So yeah. He said, "Be right back." All right, that's cool. Boom. We got Tony Movie Chappie back in the chat. What's going on, man? He says Zack Snyder decided to go to Marvel Studios. I would love to see him direct a rated R Ghost Rider movie. Finally done right. I do enjoy the first two Ghost Rider movies, Nicolas Cage as guilty pleasures. Yeah, they're definitely guilty pleasure movies because they're not good at all. At least the first one is okay.
Yeah, I'll
the first one is okay.
The first
First
one
one's
is
okay.
pretty decent. The thing about the first one is that it's self-aware. It knows that it's ridiculous, and it plays with that ridiculousness a little bit. But the second one is just plain bad.
Yeah, it's too self-aware with the second one. It's very over the top, very obnoxious action. It doesn't make any sense. But the first one it's a pretty streamlined story. But it's a definitely 2007's action. It's a 2007 superhero movie.
Yeah,
it definitely is, man.
I was getting ready to say that because movies that came out like between 2003 and like 2008, they're kind of weird. The superhero movies, at least, you only got a few good ones in that time frame. Maybe like 4 or 5 really good ones. All the other ones you could just kind of throw away.
Yeah, it's like after 2008, that's when they really start propelling as being good films.
Yeah. After Iron Man and Dark Knight, they raised the bar for superhero movies.
Yeah, they changed a lot.
All
right, we got I don't want to say your name wrong, but is it
Brenticus Maximus?
Okay, thank you, John. He helped me out with that.
I guess that's a play on Gladiator.
Yep, for sure. Yep. He says, do either of you collect any older films between 1920s, between 1960s? What's your favorite? Do you count The Wizard of Oz? Because that's really the one I have in my collection I can think about between that time period. I think that's it because I don't have anything else older than that between that time period. I think everything is 60s and up.
Yeah, most of the older movies I have are animated movies. So like the Aristocats and
I mean
like just the older Disney movies. Jungle Book.
When did Psycho come out? See, it's 1960 around the head, so I guess you can't count. I guess you can't count Psycho. When did Birds come out? Let's find out.
But I do have Wizard of Oz. That's the oldest movie I have.
Yeah, that's definitely the oldest movie I have in my collection is The Wizard of Oz. When did The Birds come out? This movie's 2 hours long. Well, it's 1963, so this don't count either. This movie came out in 1963, so that don't count either. But I guess the oldest movie that I do have is The Wizard of Oz. Wow. Okay, well, I don't go into the much older catalog unless I've watched them as kids. Obviously, we watched The Wizard of Oz a lot as kids. So yeah, most of the older movies are animated, like Pinocchio or Snow White or Dumbo. You know, that's the only things I have between that time period. So yeah. Like we said, we are doing giveaways for codes. John has some codes he's giving away. Going over the rules again. Just comment in the comment section below when the stream is over your favorite actor, and you will be randomly picked to pick. Like I said, he got a lot of codes. Are you giving away one person per code, right?
Yeah, one person per code.
So how many codes you got? 4?
I got 3.
So we can pick 3 winners. It's gonna be 3 winners. You message John. I guess whoever comments first, that's when you get your pick of codes. Because that's how I did. I had multiple codes. So I'll just basically whoever comments first, you get the pick, and then whoever's last, you get whatever's last. So yeah, that's how we'll do it. Obviously, all you have to do is just you want to do a random comment picker on the internet. That's how you do it. Just copy the link and do it that way.
Got some more questions in the chat.
Yes, sir. We got we got Tony Movie Chappie saying, despite how great it is to be back in the movie theater, what's the worst movie theater experience you guys ever had? You want to take it?
I typically don't have bad movie theater experiences. However, my biggest letdown as far as my expectation for the experience was probably Endgame. Not because I didn't enjoy the movie, because obviously I did. It's one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. And I definitely enjoyed myself, but the crowd was not in it.
They weren't into it.
Thought they would be. And that was a huge letdown for me because
it wasn't it wasn't
It
like
wasn't like
crowd
Infinity
cheering.
War. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't like Infinity
Yeah.
War. It wasn't like Civil War, or any of that. So yeah, I probably have to go with Endgame being the letdown, just because I like that sense of camaraderie. I like being next to a random person that is just as passionate about the movie that we're watching, just as passionate as I am. And to not have that for that movie was definitely disappointing. But that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the movie. Obviously, I
Yeah.
did. But
Yeah, I'm just in the same boat as John. I don't have that many. No, I lied. I always go back to this because we were talking about Twilight. So, spoiler alert for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. I was taking one of my best friends from high school to go see it as a birthday present. So I took her to see Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. I was enjoying the movie. I was really enjoying it. I was liking it so far. And obviously, if you guys haven't seen it, at the end of the movie, there's a conversation between the Valtori and his people, and obviously Edward and Bella and stuff like that. So the big fight going on, and obviously towards the end, we find out the fight never happens. The fight never happens. It's a dream. It's a fake out, and I left the theater. I said, I will be waiting outside the theater. You can take this movie and shove it up his ass, because they finally had a okay movie in my book, and I walked out. I say, no, that's the first time I walked out of a movie towards the end. Like, I didn't finish it. And I said, no.
I've never walked
that.
out of a movie. I've never done that.
That's the first time I ever did it, but technically the movie was over.
Yeah.
But somehow I've seen it all the way through, because I do remember the ending. So somehow I have watched it. So, but that's the last. That's one of my bad movies. I guess you could say it's a bad movie experience. My letdown of that particular
that definitely
part of the
qualifies as a bad movie experience.
So yeah, and I think I've seen, it's messed up because I've seen most of the Twilight movies in theaters, which is pretty sad. I don't know what made me go see them, but I guess I did, because at the time they were the biggest things in the box office, or biggest thing when they was coming out. So I guess I did see them in theaters. So yeah. We got I'm gonna just call you Brett. Bretimus Maximus. Wizard of Oz is definitely a classic. I've been watching a lot of older films recently and been surprised how much I enjoy them. Yeah, a lot of people saying that a lot of older films, if you watch them, you know.
If I can make a suggestion to Brent, watch this movie called 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I think that's a Criterion.
Yeah, that is a Criterion. I forget the director's name, but it's about this guy who's making a movie, and he's just having all these things thrown at him while trying to make this movie. It's a 1960s movie. It's black and white, but the way it's shot is so cool, because it constantly transitions from first person to third person, but in one single shot. So it's definitely an older movie that is worth a watch.
Okay, I might have to check it out too. If it's available for the Criterion sale, maybe I'll pick it up and add it to the collection. We got Christian saying, any recommendations on what series to binge watch? What are you both currently watching or have watched recently?
I got quite a few. I mean, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you haven't seen The Boys yet, that's the one thing I always go to. Binge watch The Boys, please. The Boys don't, like, I feel like people talk about when it comes out, but it doesn't keep, people don't consistently talk about that show. I talk about it all the time. I was just talking about it with my friend Devontae. He's trying to come over and rewatch the whole series. I'm trying to get him over here on the Sunday so we can like binge watch the entire series from season 1 to season 2. Obviously, all the Marvel shows. WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier. If you haven't seen those yet, Christian, definitely check those out. I haven't watched. Obviously, it was crazy. Thing is, I'm watching Law and Order SVU, and they released a new Law and Order. They brought back Elliot from SVU, and it's called Law and Order Organized Crime, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. It's great to see Elliot Stabler back in the show, alongside with Olivia Benson. I can't even think of her name is off the top of my head, but those two have great camaraderie with each other when it comes to those characters. Great to see them back on screen together. I definitely recommend watching that. If you're into Law and Order, check out the new Organized Crime Law and Order.
I'm gonna check that out as well. We're big Law and Order fans around here. I think my mom is currently watching it right now.
She watching Organized Crime?
Not organized crime. We haven't seen organized crime yet. That is in our queue. We're gonna watch that.
It's on Hulu. So I think so far they got about, I think it's about 8 episodes, 9 episodes in, probably more than that. I think now.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably, I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes in now.
Let's see. Stranger Things. I showed that to my mom for the first time.
Nice.
This past fall, and she loved it. The Boys. Oh, Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, that's another show I gotta get into. Is that an HBO show?
Yes.
Okay, I can watch it.
That show is fantastic. I knew I was gonna like it going in because I heard so many good things about it, and a lot of my friends who are into stuff like that and know that I'm into stuff like that recommended it to me. But I didn't know that it was going to be as good as it was. I can definitively say that is one of the best TV shows I have ever watched in my entire life. I love that show. Nice. I love it. It is.
Every time I see it on Blu-ray, when I go to Target or Best Buy, I always think to grab it. I most likely probably grab it if it's available at Black Friday for a good price. I might pick it up. I might pick it up just to own it because as much as praise you give it to it, maybe I need to add it to the collection.
Yeah, it's weird, and it will definitely take you through an emotional roller coaster. It'll get you emotional. It'll make you mad. It's funny. But above all, it's just weird. I love weird things, and it is obviously because it's based on ideas of H.P. Lovecraft, who was just a weird person in general.
Right.
But I love that show so much. Me and my wife cannot get enough of that show, and I really, really hope that they make a season 2.
Yeah, it's going back to what you said. You showed your mom Stranger Things for the first time. That's great because it's funny. I think my mom watched it first, and then she said, "Why aren't you watching this? You love Goonies, like you love the Goonies, and you love obviously I love that era, the Spielberg era when it comes to E.T. and all that stuff. Like, why haven't you watched this yet?" I'm like, it's like right now at the time when that show came out, so much was coming out. And obviously it's like now, so much content is coming out. It's hard to keep up with what's new. Besides what we know, Marvel, we're gonna watch Marvel stuff because we know it's Marvel stuff. But when new stuff come out, like when Invincible from Amazon Prime, that came out of nowhere, and a lot of people telling me I need to watch it because if I like The Boys, then I'm gonna like it. They say if I like The Boys, you're gonna like this. That's what that's what Marquis said. Marquis said if you like The Boys, you'll like Invincible. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch it. Same with Lovecraft. I haven't sat down the time to watch it. I haven't even caught up on The Walking Dead, and trust me, I have every single season on Blu-ray, which the 10th season is coming out, and I will be buying it. I'm definitely picking that up for sure because I got to add it to the collection because I have every single one on Blu-ray. Besides Fear the Walking Dead, and they released another Walking Dead show called Beyond or something Fear or something else. But I probably won't be picking that up. But yeah, so I love Stranger Things. I need to get season 2 on Blu-ray, but it's very hard to find because it's not at Target anymore. So I got to either buy it through the exchange or find it off eBay or something, and most likely they're gonna be charging $50 on eBay.
I got season 1 on 4K.
Yeah, you got the white cover, right?
Yeah.
I wish I would have got that. I bought the Blu-ray like an idiot, and then they released the 4K afterwards, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And it comes in a cool VHS case.
Yeah, I love it. Yep. So we're coming up on an hour and a half. We got 7 people in the chat. Like I said, if you guys got any more questions, go ahead and hit them up in the chat. We're probably going to end the stream another 5 minutes. So if you guys got any more questions, go ahead and hit us up in the chat and let us know, what you guys want to know about us. Any physical media questions you guys want to ask, let us know because we're probably going to end it within another hour and a half. Or not hour and a half, in about another 5 minutes. I'm talking about we're an hour and a half in. We're probably going to end it another 5 minutes. So like I said, I think this is a pretty good start to Nerd Talk, the reboot of Nerd Talk. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, go ahead and hit me up in the comments what you enjoyed about the show. Also, we're doing, like I said, John is doing giveaways for some digital codes. He's giving away It Chapter 1. I'm trying to remember all the ones. I know all the ones. A Quiet Place.
Chapter 1 and 300. All on
300.
4K.
All on 4K. So if you guys want to enter in for those codes, you have to just comment in the comment section below after the chat is done, after the stream is done, who's your favorite actor or actress? That's how
Yes.
you do to enter in the chat. So yeah, we got I skipped over Shaggy's question. He said, "Have you ever heard of NCIS Los Angeles?" Yes, we have.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we have, sir. I'm not an NCIS guy though. That's weird though,
Neither
because
am I. Neither
I'm
am
not
I.
an NCIS guy.
I
Like I
was
said,
I was a CSI guy.
yeah, me too.
But
Me too.
the OG CSI.
Yeah,
I watch Miami every now and then, but I really love the OG CSI.
yeah, for sure. All right, we got Brentimus
Max.
Maximus. I'm trying to say it right. Sorry for butchering your name, but he said, "Thanks for the recommendation. Is John on YouTube? Love your content here, Alex. New to your channel and new to collecting, but I love it all and also enjoy your collection battle on 4KD Ray's channel." Why, thank you, sir. And yes, John is on YouTube. You can search on YouTube, search Smooth J Stew. That's SMOOTHJ STEU on YouTube, and his name will pop up. He does reviews. He's gonna start doing physical media content as well.
Yep.
So be ready to go ahead and check out his channel as well. There'll be a link in the description once the stream is done. His link will pop up in the stream, so you guys can check out his channel as well. And so yeah, he's been putting out content, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, I'm currently in season 2 of Stu Reviews, and I am currently reviewing the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm very excited about that. My next review will be Thor. I'm probably going to record that. I was going to record it today, but I didn't have time, so I'm probably going to record it tomorrow morning.
Okay, nice. But since like I said, we got 5 people in the chat. We've been an hour and 31 minutes in. I'm gonna do a quick update on things. I'm gonna just say, obviously, we haven't got that many people in the chat, but I'm just gonna throw some ideas out of what we're gonna do. Obviously, with Nerd Talk, we're gonna do a lot of spoiler talks for Nerd Talk. Have multiple guests on for Nerd Talk. So like, I would love to have Ken from Mid Level Media, Brian O'Critic, all those guys to come in and join us to talk to us about certain topics. 4KD Ray, all you guys to come in and talk to us as well. Let me know if you guys would love to do watch parties or movie nights. Maybe you guys will be live in this type of way. We'll have a movie playing in the background. If you guys have the movie, you guys can watch it with us. I thought about throwing that idea out there, because we do that anyway. We sit around, watch the movies and talk over them, do like a live commentary type thing. So maybe if you guys want to see something like that, I think we could do that within Nerd Talk. That'd be pretty awesome. Maybe do it like on Sunday, maybe just during the week, and it'll be live, it'll be up on the channel. So if you guys missed it live, you can go back and watch it as well. So maybe those are some ideas we can throw out there. Like I said, obviously news stories and stuff like that. Maybe some special unboxings. We could do it like that too for Nerd Talk when things happen as well. So I'm just trying to throw some ideas so we can obviously keep this going and help you to involve you guys as well, especially when it comes to doing the live commentaries and stuff like that, the movie nights and stuff.
And this recording will be on both of our channels. After the stream is going to be on Alex's channel. He'll send me the video or whatever, and then I'll put it on my channel, and you can watch it on both of our channels. So yeah.
Yes, sir. So yeah, you got any other Angie you want to add? You got any new updates besides the Thor review? Anything else coming?
Follow me on Instagram at Smooth J Stew. It's the same username. I got the same username across the board. Smooth J Stew on IG. I will be doing micro reviews on Instagram starting this week. Mostly throwback movies. I'm a 90s kid, so a lot of my friends, a lot of my followers are also 90s kids. So I will be doing a lot of throwback 90s movies from our childhood. So yeah, follow me on Instagram at Smooth J Stew. I do go live on Instagram from time to time. So yeah, follow me on IG, man. Smooth J Stew.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, obviously you can follow me on Instagram at Marty__McFly21. Obviously, I post up a lot of updates about what's going on the YouTube channel. And obviously, my next video probably will be, I will be reviewing Fast 6 with my significant other. We'll be reviewing Fast 6. Trying to get all the Fast and Furious reviews out before Fast 9. We'll be doing a Fast 9 spoiler review on Nerd Talk with our boy Phil. He will be joining us that day to talk about Fast 9. Also, I'll probably be doing another Blu-ray hunt video on Tuesday because we got some new releases coming out. And then Wednesday will probably be the Blu-ray update.
Yeah.
So that's all the updates for my channel. I don't got any other plans. I might do like a random live Q&A on Thursday. I don't know if you want to join me for that, but I'll probably just do like a random live Q&A, to talk to the chat, stuff like that. So I'll probably do that Thursday. So it's going to be another busy week, obviously. I try to stay as much consistent as I can on YouTube, for you guys.
Pumping out that content. I'm proud of you.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. And like I said, I've been feeling really comfortable doing it, So, and shout out to you, shout out to everybody that's giving me advice. Like I said, shout out to Jamel, shout out to my girl Steph, been giving me the advice and pushing me to do it. And I've been really enjoying it, man. I'm really enjoying, trying to be consistent and pumping out the content. So, yeah. So, like I said, we still got 5 people in the chat. Thank you all for staying with me this long. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Shout out to everybody that commented and liked and everything. I really appreciate everything. If you guys enjoyed more videos like this, more live streams like this, like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on my videos and everything. So, like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my boy John for, helping me out with all this, man, being here with us. You talk, about nerdy things for Nerd Talk. Obviously tell everybody where they'll find you on YouTube.
Oh yeah, find me on YouTube at Smooth J Stew. Like I said, I got the same username across the board just to make it easier on people to find me. Follow me on IG at Smooth J Stew. Subscribe to my channel, Smooth J Stew. I do stew reviews. Right now I'm doing the MCU and new release movies. So I got Thor coming up next for the MCU reviews, and for new releases, my next one will be Conjuring. I just saw that today. I saw Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It. I have some thoughts about the movie. I won't go into any spoilers, but just know I do have some things to say.
All right. So yeah. Like I said, you guys know where you at. You're on the Alex Thomas channel. If you guys are new, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more videos will be coming in the future. Like I said, I'm trying to stay consistent on the YouTube. You guys are gonna get videos from me basically almost every day. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Like I said, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. And more Nerd Talk will be coming. We'll try to make this a weekly thing every Sunday. We'll be doing a Nerd Talk episode. And like I said, John will be joining me on regular live Q&As as well. So I'll be doing Nerd Talk and live Q&A. So 2 streams, probably 2 streams within a week. Probably good enough. So like next week, I don't know what's big. So anything can happen next week. We'll probably be talking about all the new stories that'll be happening within the next week. And we'll talk about it on Sundays. And obviously, if a new movie come out, Sundays we'll talk about new stories and opening, but the main topic will be the spoiler talk for a big movie. So like Fast 9, Black Widow.
Yeah, the main topics are going to be spoiler reviews, movie news, and physical media discussions. So you can expect that every week.
Yep. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, please hit up our YouTube channels. We really appreciate it. Trying to get my boy to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm trying to get to 3K by the end of the year. So if you guys can help me out with that, I would really appreciate it.
You might get to 3K by the end of the month, bro.
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping that would be amazing. Like I said, I got some ideas that I want to do if I hit 3K. So hopefully I can do that. We got Jaylee Durr in the chat saying, I just got here. Well, I am so sorry you just got here because we're about to end it. But if you want to check it out, please check out the replay. I would really appreciate it because we're about to end it. So we've been alive for about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
we're about to end it right now. So thank you for coming in and checking in on
Thanks,
the stream.
Everybody.
I really appreciate it. And we are honest with you guys. Peace.
Stay smooth.